There was a time in human history when written numbers and calculating tools were non-existent. During this era, people relied solely on their fingers, toes, rocks, and shells to perform basic counting tasks. While these primitive methods sufficed for small-scale counting, they were inadequate for managing larger quantities such as counting sheep or crops. To address this limitation, human civilization developed the abacus, which according to the Computer History Museum, is considered the oldest continuously used calculating tool aside from fingers. Although the abacus remains in use today, it marked only the beginning of humanity's fascination with developing calculating devices. Over time, these tools evolved dramatically, leading to groundbreaking innovations in computation. This video delves into a visual history of notable milestones in the development of calculating machines. In the early 17th century, Wilhelm invented what is regarded as the first adding machine, known as the calculating clock. This invention came to light when Dr. Franz Hammer, a biographer of the renowned astronomer Johannes Kepler, discovered drawings of the device in letters written by Schickard to Kepler in 1623 and 1624. Before this discovery, Blaise Pascal was credited with creating the first adding machine, the Pascaline, in 1642. Schickard's calculating clock comprised a multiplying mechanism, a component to record intermediate results, and a 6-digit decimal adding device. Interestingly, the letters describing this innovation were penned in Latin, which served as the international language of science and scholarship across Central and Western Europe during that period. First functional calculator. Philipp Matthias Hahn, an 18th century German pastor and engineer, was a pioneering figure in mechanical calculation. His fascination with precision and mechanics led him to design a calculator that could assist in computing the parameters for the intricate clocks and planetariums he was passionate about constructing. Hahn's innovative calculator was inspired by the earlier stepped reckoner created by the renowned mathematician and philosopher Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz in 1672. Hahn's machine improved on Leibniz's design by incorporating a series of 12 drums arranged in a circular configuration. This setup allowed for efficient calculations, with the drums activated by a crank positioned at the center of the assembly. The design was not only functional, but also showcased Hahn's ingenuity in combining mathematical concepts with mechanical engineering, making his calculator a significant step forward in the evolution of computational devices. First commercially produced mechanical calculator, arithmometer. The arithmometer, introduced in 1851, became the first commercially successful calculating machine capable of performing all 4 basic arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Charles Xavier Thomas de Colmar, its inventor, based the device on Leibniz's stepped drum mechanism. The arithmometer included a secondary result display for subtraction and division, as well as a multiplication gear. Its production debut marked the beginning of the mechanical calculator industry. From 1878 to 1887, it was the only type of mechanical calculator available worldwide and continued to see use well into the World War I era. The IBM 608 represented a significant technological leap as the first calculating machine to utilize solid-state transistors instead of vacuum tubes. Introduced in the mid-20th century, the IBM 608 occupied several large cabinets and could store 49-digit numbers in its main memory. It was capable of performing 4,500 additions per second. Customers could purchase the machine for $83,210 or rent it for $1,760 per month. Notably, the IBM 608 featured more than 3,000 germanium transistors, highlighting its advanced design for the time. Anita, the first electronic desktop calculator. In 1956, the Bell Punch Company of Great Britain shifted its focus from manufacturing ticket punches to developing a commercial electronic desktop calculator, codenamed ANITA. Released in 1961 as the ANITA MK8, this vacuum tube-based calculator incorporated approximately 170 cold cathode vacuum tubes, a Decatron decade counter tube, and numerator display indicator tubes. Initially intended as an internal development codename, ANITA ultimately became the product's official name. The acronym has been interpreted as a new inspiration to accounting or a new inspiration to arithmetic, though it is rumored to also be the name of the designer's wife. In 1970, Texas Instruments unveiled a groundbreaking calculator under the codename Caltech. Weighing 45 ounces, the device featured a compact keyboard with 18 keys and a visual output capable of displaying up to 12 decimal digits. Its development began in 1967, and the original prototype is now preserved in the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of American History. The Bizicom LE120A, better known as the Handy, was the first handheld calculator to incorporate a calculator-on-a-chip integrated circuit. Released in January 1971, the Handy boasted a 12-digit red LED display and retailed for $395. Due to its high cost, the calculator was equipped with a wrist strap to minimize the risk of accidental drops. Among its notable users was Aristotle Onassis, the Greek shipping magnate, who reportedly gifted these calculators to friends. Hewlett-Packard's HP-65, introduced in 1974, Hewlett-Packard's HP-65 was marketed as a personal computer. This programmable calculator allowed users to purchase pre-programmed cards or create custom programs of up to 100 lines, which could be recorded on blank cards. The HP-65 featured user-definable keys, with 35 keys controlling over 80 operations. It was also the first HP Pocket calculator to support base conversions, including octal and decimal. Retailing at $795, the HP-65 gained historical significance when it became the first handheld calculator used in outer space during the 1975 joint U.S.-Soviet spaceflight. Interestingly, its tapered design was influenced by Bill Hewlett's requirement that the calculator fit into his shirt pocket. Casio Prism, the era of color graphing calculators. By the early 2000s, mobile devices had transitioned to full-color displays, but graphing calculators lagged behind. Casio's Prism calculator, released in late 2010, introduced a full-color display with a resolution of 216 by 384. Shortly thereafter, Texas Instruments launched its own color calculator, the TI&S Pyre CX, in early 2011. These advancements allowed students to say goodbye to monochrome, low-resolution displays. The Prism offered a unique feature that enabled users to overlay graphs onto images, providing a tangible connection between their work and real-world applications. The evolution of calculating devices has been a fascinating journey, marked by ingenuity and technological breakthroughs. From the simplicity of the abacus to the sophistication of color graphing calculators, each innovation reflects humanity's relentless pursuit of efficiency and precision in computation. These milestones not only revolutionized the way we perform calculations, but also paved the way for modern computing technology. As we continue to push the boundaries of what is possible, the legacy of these pioneering devices remains an enduring testament to human creativity and innovation. Thank you for being part of this journey. Let's grow, learn, and create together